Hello. We have started with module number 2, and in yesterday's session we have seen about the project team. Now let us move to the next part, that is about how to develop the project team. So this project team, composition of project team, types of project team, and the parameters for selecting project team, up to this we have discussed in previous session. Now let us try to understand the process of developing a project team. Simply saying that project team is important for any project is not important. Simply forming a project team is not important, but also we should make specific efforts to develop the project team so as to have the members of your project team suitable, appropriate, and technically eligible for carrying out the various activities involved in your project. So there needs to be a structured methodology using which we can develop the project team. So developing project team is nothing but it is a process. So it is process of what? It is a process of improving the competencies, the team member interactions, and overall team environment to enhance the project performance. So these 3 points, they are essential for enhancing project performance. The competencies of your project team members, it should be improved, it should be enhanced. The interaction between your team members, it should be improved, it should be increased, and the overall environment in your team, it should be also healthy for the development, working, and progress of the team members. So in that perspective, for improving the competencies, improving the team member interactions, and overall development of the team environment, we should carry out the structured process for developing the project team. And this process, if it is implemented properly, if the team development is done in right manner, then definitely the project performance will get improved, it will get enhanced. The benefits, key benefits of this project team development process is it results in improved teamwork. So as we have discussed, when your team environment gets improved, gets healthy, then definitely it results in improved teamwork. Then the people skills, they are getting enhanced. The competencies of your team members, they will get flourished, they will get sharpened. Motivated employees, that is another benefit what you are getting through this development of project team. So there will be some motivation among your employees. The people will be motivated to do certain tasks in professional manner. Then reduced staff turnover rates. So if your project team is developed in the right sense, if the environment in your project team is maintained in a right spirit, then the staff turnover rates, when we say staff turnover, means people are going, leaving the job, new people are coming. So always there are transition going on. It is not a retention of your people. So in such case, if you apply this process, development of project team, in right sense, the retention rate will be good. You will be able to retain your project employees, project staff for longer duration, and automatically the staff turnover rate will get reduced. And this all improvement in teamwork, the enhancement of people skills, enhancement of competencies of your project team members, the motivation among the employees, the reduction in staff turnover rates means more number of retention for your employees. This all will be resulting in improvement in the overall project performance. So this project development, project team development, this is nothing but the responsibility of the project manager. So he should acquire the skills to identify, build, maintain, motivate, lead, and inspire project teams to achieve high team performance and to meet the project objectives. So simply assigning somebody as project manager is not sufficient. That project manager should have certain competencies, certain skills. That skills will be like identifying the right people, building the team, maintaining the atmosphere in your project team, motivating the people to work high, leading from the front, and inspiring the project team members to achieve high performance. That is essential. And inspiring project team to meet the project objectives. So project manager has a huge responsibility to carry out this variety of tasks which will be required for developing the project team. So teamwork is a critical factor for project success, and developing effective project teams is one of the primary responsibilities of project manager. So this teamwork, individually people may be working very at very high level, or they may be having various achievements, they may be having a great level of performance as an individual, but if they are not able to perform the same kind of work when they are working in a team, then ultimately that team is going to fail, that project is going to fail. So that's why everybody in your team should support each other. They should work in such a way that their work will be helpful for somebody else's work. At least if it is not helpful, it will not become any obstacle in other team members' work. So they should encourage each other, they should help each other, and likewise there should be a healthy team environment, so that teamwork becomes essential and critical success factor for project. And this creating this teamwork among your team members and developing effective project teams is one of the primary responsibility of your project manager. So as a project manager, there are a variety of responsibilities he need to handle. So roles and responsibilities we say, but one of the primary responsibility is to develop the effective project team. The project manager should create an environment that facilitates teamwork. So there must be the environment in your organization must be such that it will facilitate the teamwork. It will have the teamwork effect, the working inside team, that should be encouraged, that should be given priority. So the working environment, it should be created such that the teamwork will be enhanced. The project manager should request management support, means top management support, and also influence appropriate stakeholders to acquire the resources needed to develop effective project teams. So that is also essential. The project manager, because your project team members, for every project team member, project manager is the boss, is the supreme authority. So whatever grievances, whatever requirements, whatever needs they have, they will communicate it to the project manager and not to the top management. So it is the responsibility of the project manager to take into account the needs and requests of the project team members, and with the support of top management as well as some important stakeholders who will be providing the resources. It is the responsibility of project manager to get the resources as and when required to satisfy the needs of project team members and ultimately develop the effective project team. The objectives of developing a project team, they are listed. These are some of the objectives we can say. Improving knowledge and skills of team members to increase their ability to complete project deliverables while lowering the costs, reducing the schedule, and improving the quality. So, this project team development is essential for improving the knowledge and skills of team members. So, sometimes the people will be very good at work, they may be having positive attitude, they're they will be having hard working capabilities, but they need certain knowledge, they need certain information, they need some knowledge upgradation about the technology which is going to be used in the project, so that providing the knowledge, appropriate knowledge, or improving the knowledge of team members, that is essential. And also certain skills which are required for a specific project, so that skills also need to be improved. So people, they will be ready to learn, but there must be some uh, structured efforts to develop the knowledge and skill of the team members. And if the knowledge and skill of the team member is enhanced, it is improved, this will be resulting in their ability improvement for completing the project deliverables. So we are knowing that what project deliverables have been defined, so they will be able to deliver, or they will be able to complete the project deliverables, their ability will be improved. The cost of the project, they should be trained such that while delivering the project deliverables at to the customer, they should focus on lowering the cost of the project or the activities. The schedule of the project and activity should be reduced, and the quality of the product, quality of the process, quality of the project activity, it should be improved. So this is all because whatever efforts you are putting in the development of team, that will result in these all knowledge and skills of your team members. Improving feeling of trust and agreement among team members to raise the morale, lower the conflicts, and increase the teamwork. So when you are developing the project team, the development of project team should not be only in terms of the knowledge and skills of project team members, but also it should create some emotional bonding between the team members. There should be creation of trust among each other, agreement among each other, and this development and building of trust and agreement among the team members, that is going to definitely raise the morale. They will be motivated to do the work, the conflicts will be reduced, they will have agreement, they will try to negotiate with each other and try to resolve the conflicts on their own, and the teamwork, team environment, it will be increased. Then creating a dynamic, cohesive, and collaborative team culture to, number one, improve individual and team productivity, team spirit, and cooperation. So we have to go for creation of dynamic team, cohesive team, and collaborative team. So these are the three varieties of team cultures. Dynamic in the sense, the moment you are expecting something to be done by the project team members, immediately they are responding. They are very vibrant. They are not static. They will be always ready to do the work. They will be always ready to respond. They will be always ready to do certain activities. So dynamic nature of your team, that is important. Cohesive, there should not be differences. There should not be any ambiguities, any conflicts between the team members. They should unite together to do whatever task is given. And collaborative, so they should help each other, they should collaborate with each other, they should support each other. So that kind of team culture is very, very essential. This is all for what? to improve the individual and team productivity, team spirit, and cooperation. So if we can inculcate this kind of team culture, that is definitely going to improve the individual performance, individual productivity, and as an entire team, the team productivity will be also improved. The team spirit emotion, it will get generated, and team spirit will again drive the project team for successful projects, and the cooperation among team members will be definitely improved. Again, other benefits of this will be allowing the cross training and mentoring between team members to share the knowledge and expertise. So whenever you are forming a project team, the project team members may be from different domains, and when you are having the project team members from different domains and they are working as a cohesive, dynamic, and collaborative unit, it will facilitate cross training. The people can give training guidance to each other with respect to the various sectors from which they have come. They can mentor the team members, peer team members, and there will be exchange of knowledge, sharing of knowledge and expertise among them, and that is going to be helpful for the overall performance of your project team. There are certain project team building activities. Before we move to this project team building activities, just one example of this team culture. You might be knowing, you all of you must be liking the sports, especially the cricket. And normally people say that everybody must be going to the ground and play some sport events. Why it is so? Because that sports event will bring in some team abilities, because many of the sports events, it may be, or games, they are team games, they are team events, and whenever you are going and playing those sports events or games, that inculcates the team abilities, team culture amongst you, and that is not only required for that particular game, for that particular sports activity, but that will also help you to work whenever you are entering the professional life and you are going for working in teams. So for Indian cricket team, the now we say Team India, isn't it? Have you heard this word, Team India?
Yes.
Yes. So this word was not earlier. This word started during the phase when Saurav Ganguly took the charge as captain of Indian cricket team, and then they started saying this word, that Team India, Team India, Team India, and then these all philosophies, how to develop a team, how to take the performance from the team, those all aspects were imposed, those all aspects were practiced, and because of those all efforts, the performance of Indian team, especially in uh, matches which are played abroad, it got improved, because there was development of confidence among the team members that yes, we can also win matches in the other countries, we can also play good in other areas other than India, and we can definitely improve our performance. So then after, so whatever team we are seeing now, Indian cricket team, it is just going on improved versions of that Team India, which was developed during that particular period of time. So similar to this, it may be a sports event, it may be any event management, it may be organizing certain function. Everywhere you will be having certain project team under you, and if that project team is developed properly, because simply hiring project team is not important. Once the project team members are hired, they are recruited, they are taken up, they should be trained, they should be developed, because training is different and developing is different. Training means simply formally we can give certain training, but when we say develop, then we must carry out certain specific activities which will be developing the overall behavior, overall performance of your project team members. So normally in many of the organizations, they have two departments. Human resource management is different and human resource development is different. So HRD is different and HRM, that is human resource management, is different. The people who are working in human resource management will be only limiting their work to the routine activities like hiring the people, maintaining their records, maintaining their, you can say, attendance, performance appraisal, and this and that daily records. But the other department, which is human resource development, is more focused on how the people who have been recruited, who are working, they can be developed, they can be developed for new skills, they can be developed for soft skills, they can be developed for interpersonal skills, and they can be developed for improving the performance of their individual level as well as at the organization level. So that's why this development of project team should be increased. Project team building activities. These project team building activities, they are based upon a model which is by Tuckman, and this model, it was proposed in 1965, 1977 somewhere. So there are 5 stages of team development: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. So even though this model has been proposed somewhere in 1965, still you can see this model is still applicable. This model is still in practice, and people refer to these activities for project team building. So what are these activities? Forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Sometimes people only follow 4 activities, that is forming, storming, norming, and performing. So even if our syllabus is, if you see, they have mentioned only about the 4 activities, that is forming, storming, norming, and performing. But the original Tuckman's document, which has given the project team building activities, it was proposed to have 5 different activities. That's why we will discuss that 5th activity also. So forming is, this is the phase where team meets and learns about the project and their formal roles and responsibilities. Team members tend to be independent and not as open in this particular phase. So this is the basic phase, initial phase. You are just forming the team. So people from various backgrounds, people from various departments, maybe sometimes people from various organizations, they will come together, they will meet each other, they will try to learn about what is the project, what are the objectives, who is the project manager, who are the stakeholders of your project, what are the expected customers of your project. Likewise, the brief information with respect to the project they will try to learn. They will also try to understand what is the formal roles and responsibility as an individual for them in that particular team. And in this particular phase, the team members, they will be working independently and they will not open, or they will not be doing much activities as a team in this particular phase. So they will be more independent. Just they will be meeting the project team members, and then they will be focusing upon the learning phase, learning about the project, learning about their roles and responsibilities, learning about the outcomes of the project, etc. Then comes the second phase. The second activity is about the storming. So during this particular phase, the team project team, whatever has been formed in the previous phase, previous activity, they will start addressing the project work, the technical decisions, and project management approach. So they will start working. So they will start which project activities are to be executed, what are the technical aspects of that particular activity, what technical decisions are taken, and what is the project management approach to carry out that particular activity. So the team member will start following and addressing these issues. If team members are not collaborative and open to offering ideas and perspective, the environment can become counterproductive. So in this particular case, it is essential that the team members should be collaborative. They should help each other. They should collaborate with each other, and they should open to differing ideas and perspective. So if somebody is saying that this work can be done like this, so they should be open to welcoming the various ideas, the various perspectives, various opinions. They should listen to everyone. So whenever we are, let us say, going for an activity which is called as brainstorming. So in brainstorming, nobody is expected to counter someone. Nobody is expecting to stop somebody to express his ideas. So whenever we say about the brainstorming activity, everybody is free to give his ideas, free to give his opinions. It may be right, it may be appropriate, it may be totally inappropriate, it may be totally a wrong idea. Whatever is there, it is his right that he should put forth whatever he feels, and others should be open to listen to his ideas and perspectives. If this is not happening, then the environment will become something which will not encourage other people to put forth their ideas. So that is about the storming phase. After forming and storming, the next activity is about norming. In this norming phase, the team members will begin to work together, adjust their work habits and behaviors to support the team. In this particular phase, the team learns to trust each other. So whenever we are undergoing this norming activity, so now the team members there, so in forming, simply team is formed, people are working independently. In storming, they are addressing the project work, technical decisions, trying to understand the project management approach, and they are trying to listen to everyone's ideas, opinions, and way of thinking. In norming, they will actually start working together. When they start working together, they will find certain areas where they need to work, they need to adjust their work habits, they need to adjust their behavior, because they are working with someone whose working habits are different, whose behavior is different, whose working philosophy is different, whose nature is altogether different. But still, as a team, they need to work with that particular person. So the people will start understanding that they need to adjust their work habits, they need to adjust their behavior, so that the team will not get hampered. Their behavior should not disturb the teamwork. So they should support by adjusting their work habits and behaviors. Simultaneously, when they are adjusting their work habits and behaviors, they will also start learning how to trust each other. As they will be working together, as they will be spending more time with each other, there will be a bond of trust between the team members, and that is essential. The team should start learning how to trust each other. That is very important. The next phase is about performing. So team has been formed, the storming phase is over, the normalization is also over. They have learned to trust each other, they have started working by adjusting themselves. Now it comes to giving the actual performance. So the teams that reach the performing stage function as a well organized unit. So once the team has finished forming, storming, norming activities, they have reached to a level that they can work as an well organized unit. And once they are starting working as well organized unit, they will be interdependent and they will be working through issues smoothly and effectively. So the journey which started with independent in the forming phase, now the journey is about to finish, about to end, and now in this particular phase, the people have become interdependent. They are dependent on each other. They have learned what is the dependency. They have learned to adjust themselves to the work habits. They have learned how to trust each other, and they have learned how as an entire team we have to work together and achieve the performance objectives. And because of this, the issues, the conflicts, whatever they will be arising as and when, they will be dealt with smoothly and effectively. And last part is about adjourning. So in the adjourning phase, the team completes the work and moves on from the project. So this is departing. When we say adjourning, so forming, where the people have brought from various places together. Adjourning, it is saying goodbye to each other because the project work is over and they are departing from each other. So the team will be completing the work and moves on from the project. This typically occurs when staff is released from the project as deliverables are completed or as part of carrying out the close project or phase project. So this particular adjourning activity is carried out in the close phase process or close project phase process. Okay, so the team members which have been brought together for completing a particular task or completing a particular phase of your project or maybe completing the entire project, now the project is complete. Now the deliverables have been received, and now it is time that the people should move away from each other and they should start working with some different teams, because obviously they will not be uh, kept idle. So they will depart from each other from one team, but it is quite likely that they will again get joined together with each other for some different project in some another different team. So these are the various team building activities. The last part of this particular module is about team dynamics. So successful teams, they harness the expertise of all members. So it is not like only few people will develop their expertise, but when we say a team is successful, a project team can be called as successful when it is harnessing the expertise of all the members. Teams are formed to solve a problem, make a critical decision, or fix a situation. A successful team brings together a diverse set of people with experience and expertise to uncover new solutions. So, a successful team, whenever we say, it is not only a team from a single domain or a team which is having same set of expertise. This will be bringing diverse set of people, people from variety of backgrounds, variety of departments, variety of organizations with different experiences, different expertise, so that new solutions they can be uncovered. The more effective the team is in using unique perspective, the more successful the team. So using unique perspective is important for making your project team as more and more successful. So good team dynamics start with an effective project manager. So as we have discussed in the beginning also, for a project team, the role and responsibility of project manager is very crucial because he has major role in developing the project team. So similarly, Having an effective project manager is essential for good team dynamics. Failure to recognize the importance of team dynamics in project management may limit the team's achievement. So, the project manager must recognize the importance of team dynamics. Otherwise, the team's achievements they will they will get limited. So people should understand that every person is having different behavior, every person is having different expertise, every person is having different experiences, and every person is for some people in your team. So we need to understand the team dynamics and try to apply the strategies separately based upon the skills, traits, behavior of individual team member. So that is the another responsibility of project manager to understand this team dynamics. The workplace dynamics involve relationship of the workplace, including organizational, team, and personal relationships. Today, in the age diverse workplace, there are different generations. A generation is a group of people who are programmed at the same time in history. Each of the generation has their own set of values, styles, and work ethic. They bring their own skills and talents, which add a unique value to dynamic corporate work environment. So, whenever we say about the team dynamics, then your project team may have people from different backgrounds, even from different age groups, different age generations. When we say about a generation, it is nothing but the people who have been programmed at the same time in the history. So now many times we say there is a generation gap. So the generation gap word is a buzzword between the son and father, the daughter and mother. Everywhere you find, we say that there are conflicts because there is a generation gap. So what is that generation is all about? Generation, like somebody, if you say you and your father and you and your friend, so which is generation? So you and your friend is a common generation because you have been grown up in the same period of time. So you have been programmed, like you have been in the environment which is same for both of you. So that's why you can say we are from the same generation. But your father, your grandfather, when they were in your phase, the environment was altogether different, the conditions were different, so they have been programmed at that time when they were in your age. So that's why they will have their own set of values, their styles, their work ethics. But whenever you are going for a team, these all flavors, if they are getting added, then it is always beneficial for the team. So as a dynamic team, it should not be only from a single generation. So you will not have any other flavor, any other blend of generations. So whatever different generations you are having, you should try to take out what is good from that and try to work on that. Whatever is bad, you should try to throw away. Whatever is good, it should be brought into your project practices. The virtual global project teams with multiple generations adds another level of complexity. So when you are working with physical teams, might be your work is simpler because you know that these are the people, these are from which generation, what are their uh, values, what are their working styles, their working ethics, etc. But when you are going for virtual teams, especially at global level. So you will have people from variety of cultures, variety of backgrounds, variety of generations, and altogether their set of values, their styles, their working ethics, their thinking ability, their working conditions, everything will be different, and this will be adding another level of complexity in the project team. The age neutral workplace supports real communication across all ages to address the intergenerational dynamics. So, what we have to practice is, irrespective of whatever is the generation, whether there are generation gaps or not, we should try to practice age neutral workplace so that everybody will be treated as same, everybody will be treated as a neutral place, and the communication across all ages will be similar so that the intergenerational dynamics will be addressed. Successfully harnessing the talents and energies of every generation is a challenge, but can be achieved if we build a bridge between the generations to help them collaborate and communicate. So, that is all about how to reduce or how to dilute that generation gap. So, everybody must take one step back, try to listen to someone, what are his feelings, and then the project manager must play an important role to bring the cohesiveness in your team, irrespective of whether they are from different generations. And whenever the people from different generations they are working together, we should try to find out that energy of each generation, the talents which are hidden in each generation people, whatever are the good practices the particular generation is carrying forward, those all should be those all should be clubbed together, and whatever are the bad things, whatever are the bad practices, those all should be removed from each generation so that the bridge between generations can be developed, can be built, and this will be helping for collaboration and good communication. So this is all about the team, forming of team and team dynamics.